Hello dear Taurus, welcome to your reading for the month of April 2021. And before I begin your reading from these two decks, I would like to ask you for your feedback in the comments section about the recent full moon that we had, because we were expecting it to be full of love and success. I personally felt that there was anything of that sort, though we were supposed to give out our intentions and dream as big as possible, which we all did, which I hope that we all get to see in the next few months. But on that particular day, I don't think I was sensing that much power as I was hoping to. So I would like you to comment. I'm asking this to all my zodiacs, whatever, whoever I'm doing the reading for, so that I get to know if I am the only one, or is it, uh, you know, uh, something experienced by everyone. All right, so let's get to your reading for April 2021. These are the two decks. I'm gonna shuffle it right away and read it for you from the book of Nostradamus. Taurus 2021. Okay, first week, second week, third week, and the fourth week. All right. Why two decks? To clarify, to have a better reading of what's really happening, and there are some major arcana cards as well. Beautiful cards, beautiful cards, I must say. Wow, there's definitely a beautiful lady in your chart, Taurus, for the month of April. So you have got two cards, Pope and the Lady. Right, let's see what Nostradamus has to say about it. Pope for Taurus. It's the 14 of stars. Pope for Taurus. What about the Lady? Lady for Taurus. Okay, first I'm going to tell you about the Lady. This lady, as you can see, it represents a lady, is a powerful leader, a striking, good-looking person who may have a strong theatrical aspect. If you encounter this person, if you come across such a person, if you're meeting a person, or if you've already met a person, this person, you'd be carried along on her tide, because her energy is so strong, her knowledge is so strong, and she may also touch your heart with wonder, it says. So there's feminine charm, there's sweetness, there is sympathetic compassion. You really like this person. Okay, this person, if we're talking about professionalism, then this person could be a very intelligent person. You might be attracted to at work, not in romantic sense, but as in appreciation. Your female boss could be it, your female colleague could be it, and you would be like, wow, she's such a strong personality, or wow, she's such a knowledgeable person, something like that. Or this person could be you, Taurus are known for their charm, their intelligence. This could be you, and if the cross watchers are watching, so if this person could be you, and the others would be that kind of attracted to you that ways. That is what the lady symbolizes. Very intelligent, very sweet, very charming, and if you meet her, you will be obsessed with her, something like that. And about the Pope. So the Pope is, I would say, a very powerful supporter and guide. He's a very strong person. Of course, we all know what a Pope symbolizes. He may also represent a judge, an advisor, or a high-ranking person, He's a person whose authority is seldom challenged. But it also says that doesn't mean he's always right. There's power, there's command, there's force. So again, Taurus, this could be you, this could be you, or this could be the other person you are dealing with in the form of your boss, your colleague. Somebody is very strong in your life. Could be a lady, could be a man, as both these cards symbolizes different people but powerful people. So definitely a lot of power packed week of April. The first week is very power packed. They are uh, I think both the lady and the man, both the people have equal powers. Both the people are attracted to each other in your personal life. You are meeting this guy or you're meeting this girl, you're attracted to her. You are also very strong personality, they're also very strong personality. Please make sure you don't clash. But because it says that the Pope is a strong person, the authoritative person, but it does not mean that he is always right. So I'm sure as a strong person, you will obviously cross check whether the other person you're meeting in the month of April is right or wrong. Do investigate, otherwise definitely two strong personalities coming together in the first week of April. Second week says there's a Justice card. Wow. And there's a One of Star. I'm curious to know, Taurus, I'm curious to know what it stores for you, because the first week looks great. Romantically, it's awesome. Work wise, it's awesome. Two strong personalities coming together for work. Wow. But do a background check and investigate whether this person is right, because sometimes you see that, okay, if the senior is saying, we're going to believe them and we're going to say no. You do your own research so that you are definitely right, and all the more reasons why your boss will be happy from you with you, if I'm not saying find faults in their work, but if you be proactive and do your own research and come to your own conclusions rather than just following what the other person is saying. All right. So One of Stars. Why can't I find stars? Yeah, like I said, the first week said the same thing. So there is aggression, there is passion. Obviously, two powerful people coming together, whether in a personal life, both men and women, both you are a power couple, I would say. And in work also, if you two colleagues are maybe put to a special project, you two are equally powerful, equally intelligent, and equally good looking, I would say. Or if you're working directly with your boss, you both are equally, they say, very powerful people, very intelligent. I'm just because somebody is your boss doesn't mean they're more intelligent than you, right? That is what it says. I mean, that is what my version is. Wow. So there's a sword in this picture, and along with it we have a Justice card, which is very ironic. Why? I'll just tell you. This says that this card is symbolized as that which cuts away. It has also associations with justice, and it's sometimes seen as a fiery angelic sword. Wow. The most important aspect of this card is the strength that it represents. Such power can overwhelm those who tap into it. It represents an intellectual response rather than an emotional one. Wow. So definitely, cutting to the heart of the issue, like I said, two powerful people coming together, like, oh my god, I mean, I am obsessed with these cards, I'm obsessed with these cards. I mean, definitely. But it says that you're using your brain more than you're using your emotions in your, I think, in your personal life also. Maybe both of you are clashing, not in a negative way, because none of this reading says that you're having an argument or whatever, but both of you are so independent and so mature and so capable of making decisions that both of you are going to, I wouldn't say clash, but both of you are going to make decisions in your own way, and from here, not from the heart. Not that, oh my god, I love you, okay, if you say so, I'll do it. It's no. You'll be like, you know what, let's set some boundaries, let's do the little talking, let's see what is right, let's make a list of do's and don'ts in the relationships, that kind of a thing. So I think it's beautiful. What about the Justice? which is a major arcana card. Of course, there is balance, there is fairness, there is justice, there is harmony. Of course, both of you, like I said, it's not a negative reading because both of you strong personalities are not clashing with each other. You're just coming to conclusions and you're just jotting down the points, um, thinking from your brain and thinking what will work out for you and what won't work out for you. None of you are backing down on, oh, I'm the submissive one and you're the dominant one, so I'll do whatever you say. No, both of you are equally powerful. So you are going to make your own rules. You're going to say, okay, hello, listen, this is how it needs to be done. For me, I am okay with this. This is something I can do because this sword is cutting right through. You are standing up for yourself. You're standing up for some rules, and there is harmony, and there is justice, and there is fairness. So whatever rules, ground rules you guys are making is fair. They're fair and there's harmony. You both are agreeing on it. There's no sign of clash or fight. So I think Taurus, keep it that way. Let's get your third week. 3 of Stars and the Sun. See, there is happiness, there is enlightenment. Again, there, like I said, that card also, Justice card, says harmony. So there's a lot of happiness. Two strong people coming together is not bad at all. It's not necessarily how the world sees it, and from all those 50 Shades of Grey kind of movies where they say that one has to be submissive, one has to be dominant. No, both can be equally strong and independent people, and everybody should have the right to say what they feel, without getting scared how the other person is gonna feel, because you have to get things straight. If you don't like something, you don't like something, you have to tell it to the other person, so that if it's bothering you, you have to tell them, especially if you want to take the relationship to the next level, or if you're in your career life, if you have to work with that colleague for a long term, or your boss with a long term, it's better to have an open conversation to say what you like and what you don't like, right? So the Sun is definitely a beautiful card which talks about happiness, enlightenment and all that. I'll still clarify with you, though I'm 100% sure about that, if anything I am missing on. Yeah, marriage for some of you, friendship for some of you, success, joy unbounded, like I said, triumph, material fortune, maybe you're buying a house, maybe you're investing in a new car, there could be marriage, there could be commitment of any sort. So definitely it's good, it's all good. Maybe you were planning to get married and you said that, this part of the house I'm going to take care of, maybe you said that this is what I'm going to take care of, he said this is what I'm going to take care of. So that kind of list you were making in the first week or the second week, which is great. Great, Taurus. Your readings are always very, very strong. I would say very, very strong and powerful, because Taurus generally is a very strong sign, I believe. Okay, though though 3 of Stars has a negative meaning, it says that if there is another card in the reading, it can kind of negate the effect. So I am not at all getting a negative vibe from this reading. I think I'm getting all positive and happy vibe from this reading. So this card says that there might be sorrow or separation from something or ending something, but what I feel is that you guys talked together, and if something was not working out for you, I'm talking about the personal relationship, you guys decided to part ways, which brings happiness, because maybe that was giving you a lot of trauma and bad vibes from the other person. Maybe that person wasn't good for you, so you moved away from them, right? Now also in your professional life, if you did not like a job, you stood up and you made some ground rules with your boss or your colleague, and you decided, listen, I don't think I can work with you, and that's why I'm moving out. So you change your department or you change your workplace, but there is happiness and contentment and you're at peace. So I think it's a very positive card, thanks to the Sun card, which obviously negates whatever feeling it is. So separation of that kind, which is leading you to happiness. Maybe you're changing a job, maybe you're moving to another city, so that kind of separation can also be there. departure, it says sorrows and tears. Maybe you got really good opportunity, okay, abroad, and you're moving and you have to leave your parents, and that's why there is loss, and that's why there is sadness and separation. But of course you're happy, it's a really good opportunity, and sometimes you have to move away from the house. So if you're getting a good opportunity, I would say, Taurus, go for it, because it's only going to give you happiness. All right, let's get to your fourth week, which is the Prince card and the Four of Stars. Okay, sometimes I think I talk too fast and I get tired. But I'm sorry, but I got really excited with your reading. It's beautiful reading. It's so strong. I'm getting such strong vibes from this reading that I couldn't control myself, maybe. Yeah, so first we'll get to the Four of Stars. Four of Stars for Taurus. See? Okay, first we'll talk about the Four of Stars. Like I mentioned in the earlier week, that maybe the thing that things in your personal life or your professional life weren't really working out for you, and that's why you decided to part ways with that person professionally or personally, right? Now, this also says that after a period of sorrows, there comes this card, a respite card. So the seeker withdraws for a time to live like a hermit, like existence. You want some time alone, you need some time alone, you want peace, because that relationship was too much for you to take, or that job was too much for you to take. So you decided to have peace in your life and you moved away, and this card comes as a respite. Means obviously there's a respite. When we end up a toxic relationship, or we leave a toxic job, or a toxic boss, you know or a toxic city or a country, whatever, you feel so much at peace, because the Sun card in your third reading says that this decision of yours to move away from something is also going to bring you a lot of peace and happiness. And this card also suggests peace. There is solitude, you're taking some time out. Maybe you ended a toxic friendship, so you're taking some time out. There is respite. There might be withdrawal, so you're just withdrawing from your friends, you want some time away. Of course, this card also has meanings like banishment and abandonment, but I don't sense that, so I'm not going to say that. I know exactly what is happening right now. You moved away from something for better, which is a very good thing, and I think it's working out for you, because there is peace and there is respite. What about the Prince card? Yeah, so you moved away from somebody. Maybe you went for a spiritual awakening. Maybe you went to, I don't know, the Himalayas, and you decided that you need some time off. Like I also mentioned in the earlier card reading, that you needed a time off and you are withdrawing from yourself, and maybe you're turning towards God. Maybe you're taking advice from Him, or you're turning towards a spiritual leader, because this symbolizes spiritual leader or an advisor or a teacher. Maybe you were so upset about something in your relationship or job that you decided to see a counselor, which is not bad, or a therapist. You are talking to somebody, and there's definitely a good powerful figure in your life who's able to give you that advice. Could be in a form of friend, but definitely a spiritual elder, somebody who believes in things that we tend to overlook. So it's a beautiful reading. If you feel like moving away from something, please do move away. It's only going to bring you peace. Maybe you want to spend some time alone in solitude, do that. I'm sorry, whatever works for you. I think we all should not think that, oh my god, I'm not going to talk to anybody, this is too sad or upsetting, or I'm not going to take help from anybody, I'm not going to go to the therapist. No, if you need it, if you want it, if you think that will help you, talk to somebody, because it just feels lighter and it just feels better. Because, and if you want to end things and you want to leave that job, I know that situation is tough because of the COVID pandemic, but the health matters, your peace matters. your mental health matters. So do that, Taurus. Otherwise, I think it's a beautiful reading. Even if you're moving away from somebody, it's only for your own good, and that's what we all want, and that's how it should be for everyone, for each sign, for every individual, I would say. So I think it's a very, very good reading. And I would like to remind you to do comment about the March 13th new moon. How did you feel, and what did you go through on that particular day? I really want to know. So comment, do comment, and I'll see you next month. Bye bye.